Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to an episode of Race Mania here on BeamNg.drive on the Road Atlanta circuit. Now, starting up front today is a car which I'm not expecting to last, honestly, at all. Not even down the first straight. It's a Burnside, a rat rod version. And it is very, very weak, of course, because it's like a proper hot rod. There's 4 open wheels on the little like cab bit in the middle. In second place is the car that needs to win, the Vendetta. And in third is the Resident Block, the Ford Falcon. And in fourth, quite some way back, is the Bolide V12. And finally, the second of the new cars, and a car which might take quite the beating, both physically and metaphorically, because it is the Roma, the tuned up version. I can't remember the name of it, but it's also in derby form to make it go fast enough to be the fastest car. Because with the regular version, it was just too heavy. So the only real differences are the lights are gone and it's got a roll bar on top of it. But if this thing starts rolling, then I think a roll bar isn't going to do a whole lot to save it. Let's remember to comment down below which car I think is going to take victory. I'm going to go for the Roma because it's just so big and it's a Jeep, so it should survive pretty well regardless anyway. But yeah, the reason the Vendetta is so far back is because this Burnside's so slow off of the line. And again, the Vendetta doesn't seem to be all too quick onto the back of it either. But everything though does get going this time, unlike the Covet from last week. Although just as I expected, going to go round into the wall. The Burnside goes, oh dear, that's going to have bent things and done quite a bit of damage. And that might be it really already out of the running. So now it's the Vendetta that leads from the Falcon. And the Bolide got a bit of a gap, but it is catching. And the Roma looks like it's just holding back a bit. And the Burnside, is that going to go in the right direction? Of course it isn't. But I've got the feeling though this thing's going to be crabbing quite a bit, because of just how destroyed that rear wheel is. And I knew it was weak, but to be round that goal, that's not even turning. Yeah, this thing is in quite a predicament, because it only wants to go in one direction in reverse. So I've got to take it around the long way. And I don't know how I'm going to get it turned around the other way though, to get it to go right, because it doesn't want to. But I'm going to leave that for the car to decide. And put it back now on random and let it do whatever. So we don't miss the fight up front, which is the Vendetta that leads into turn 1, with the Falcon literally right up behind him, though, as much as the Bolide is up behind the Falcon. Here's the Roma, finally makes a little nudge on the back of the Bolide. And are you seriously going to go the wrong way? After all of that, you're actually going to end up going in the wrong direction, are you? I mean, you're trying to, well, it turned right then, so why can't you turn right normally? I'm going to have to just do a very long loop to actually get this thing to turn. But have I got the turning circle though? I'm going to just floor the throttle. I mean, that'll spin it round. I mean, that's one way to do it. But now the thing won't stop. Yeah. This thing, yeah, honestly, I thought it would go a little bit further before it actually just got destroyed. And it's going to go onto the grass, which is even better. Now then, it should go in the right direction this time though. But wait, the Falcon's off. We missed that thanks to the Barstow. But it doesn't matter because it's not the car that needs to win anyway. And wait, the Roma's eaten the rear spoiler of the Bolide. Okay. And now then, the Ford Falcon, I'm pretty sure that's going in the wrong direction. Yep, it is. Need to get this thing turned around. But all the action is going on with all the cars, and we miss it because well, I'm sure you've watched the last video if you're watching this one. You literally know nothing exactly happened last time. So we're missing all of the action this time. So I'm thinking, honestly, the same would happen again, how evenly matched those cars were. And the Roma pretty evenly matched as well, although the Bolide, I can't remember what car it is, it gets shoved right out of the way. And then that's the Roma with a new aero device on the front of it. Don't know what effect that's going to be having, probably absolutely none. Now then, the Bolide though, crucially keeps itself going, and despite a massive shunt in the back of it, for what is actually important on the car, all seems to be working fine. But still, the Vendetta, the car that needs to win, is the car that is currently leading, so it's where it needs to be. It's still got a bit of a gather over the Roma. I mean, the Roma is still a fairly heavy car, so through this sector, I would expect the Vendetta to have a bit of an advantage. Now, everything looks to be fairly spread out now, thanks to everything being taken out. We're nearly missing all of it. Although the Roma is actually gaining, though, through this section, which I wasn't really expecting. Then again, I can't see if it's on the brakes or anything, because it's the Derby version, it only has the indicators on the front for whatever reason. And this thing, that's going to get fairly destroyed if it keeps on the racing line going at 20 miles an hour. Well, I mean, it's going to be out in the next round anyway, because it's going this slowly, so it can cause a nuisance if it wants, but I don't know why you'd want to cause more damage to yourself than what it's already been through. Now then, finally a fight for the lead now, the Roma, onto the back now of the Vendetta, now they're out of the technical sector of the lap. Now then, just shoving Vendetta on. The Vendetta is such a tiny car compared to this Roma, I mean, compared to anything really, because I think it is slightly scaled a bit too small. And actually now, momentarily there, the Vendetta had a bit of a spoiler, so they may give it a momentarily aero advantage. You know, the Bolide though is catching up to the back, and the Bolide, this thing it's got good acceleration, and with how the shape of it is, it might actually be able to ramp under the Roma if it can get a good enough run. And then the Falcon, I think, is out of the running unless something drastic happens with the front three. Now onto the second lap, the Roma now onto the back of the really tiny Vendetta. I mean, that thing is so tiny compared to the Roma. Although, because the Romas are actually only doing slight nudges. I mean, the Vendetta is still decently fast in a straight line. So the Roma's going to need to try something else, because he's not really going to be able to out of the way. Now here comes the Bolide now to give the Roma a little bit of a shove. But is it good enough to fit underneath though? Just about with the bumper. I mean, the weight of the Roma is going to keep it grounded anyway, so he's going to need a massive ram. And there's definitely a good run up anyway for the Bolide to ramp underneath. Now then, they're coming up now to lap the Barstow Hot Rod, which is going to be right on the apex of turn 1 by the time the Vendetta and the other two cars get here. But still, it's the Vendetta that's going to meet it first, and I'm not looking forward to actually I'm looking forward to the damage, but I'm sure the Vendetta isn't looking forward to it, although it's trying to keep the Hot Rod trying to keep itself to the inside, although it's been sent out wide, and the Vendetta going to go down to 3rd place, and now it's going to be the Roma that comes in the fast car now to meet and just squeeze its way up the inside. It's not going to be as lucky though for the Bolide, which then just shoves it out of the way and gets it down to 2nd place. But the car needs to win the Vendetta now, down to 3rd place, all because of one little nudge. I mean, that's what I expect from the Roma, using its weight to its advantage, and really rather subtly just took the lead of the race like that. Can it hold the lead though from the Bolide? Because going up to the midsection of the lap, this is where the acceleration is key. And now then, the Hot Rod seems to be having issues, and it's going to need to get off the racing line, because now here comes the Ford Falcon, which is just going to completely just destroy it if it doesn't get out of the way, which it does. And the Falcon is a little bit of a silence. A few style points there for the Falcon. It's going to get through to the next round if it stays in where it is anyway, and just needs to survive, and it'll be through. Now then, the Roma's still leading, and you wouldn't even know it's had any minor contact with anything, because it's just in perfect condition still. Even for a derby car, which doesn't have a lot of things to get damaged on it. Now into the SS section, this would be where the Roma's at the disadvantage, and the Bolide honestly should be catching up, and the well, I don't know what this is doing. It's not going anywhere at all quickly. And the Bolide though, it is catching, but it hasn't got enough time left. Has it got anything to do? Can it just do anything to counteract the weight? I mean, it's got massive acceleration, which is the advantage it has over the Roma, which is why the Roma started directly behind it. But now then, with these going at racing speeds, is not going to be too much of an advantage really for the Bolide anywhere remaining on this lap. But then again, the Bolide, if it's just content with 2nd place, then that's perfectly fine, because then that puts the pressure on the Roma for the next round to be the car that needs to win. If it keeps putting on another performance like it has here, to shove its way past everything, then it looks like it's going to be easy to do that, as the Barstow finally gets itself going in the right direction, and it almost spins itself out. It's going to go into the curbing, but holds it going in the right direction. It's gaining the Bolide, but I don't think it's going to have any opportunity left really to do anything. at this point in that, it looks like it's just going to be content to sit there in second place. With how these two cars look pretty evenly matched as well, so all the cars so far are definitely fairly close on pace. It means it creates an interesting round for how close the cars are, but there's not a definite fast and slowest car. I mean, there's a definite slowest car in this round with how far in front the hot rod started. As it's going now to lap the Bolide spoiler. And coming now up to the final corner. Looks like the Bolide is just going to accept second place now at this point. And now then, coming around the final corner, absolutely no issues and no damage here on the Roma. And the Bolide is getting out the final corner because it would have better cornering ability, even with the damage that it's got. Now coming over the finish line, it's going to be the Roma that takes victory. And let's put this car on stopping now, see how quickly it stops, or if it gets destroyed now by the Bolide, which is now over the finish line as well. Let's put that on stopping. And let's see now how quickly the Roma stops. Is there going to be contact between these two cars? Looks like the Roma's actually going to go pretty far. And now then, the Vendetta, that's going to come across the line in P3. It's a valiant effort though from the Vendetta. And he was lucky to hold the win last time. It was just how evenly matched it was with the Falcon, which just couldn't shove it out of the way. Although he's got no brake and he's going to give one final hit to the Bolide, so definitely not very happy with the Bolide about something. And it's going to be the Falcon, which is going to come home in 4th place. Now then, coming up to the final corner for the Falcon. The only bit of damage is the boot stuck a little bit, but it looks like then the hinges are broke because the boot's not going up all the way. And now then, it's just waggling its way now then up to the final corner and over the finish line now. The Falcon finishes in 4th place, but he's through it into the next round. Now is this thing going to go for a ram on the back of the Vendetta? I mean, going at this speed, yes, that's going to be quite a ram on the back of the Vendetta, and it just crunches the back of it. And then that's going to be the Vendetta sent actually into the Roma, so now damage is being done to the Roma. But now then, do those lights still work? Somehow, yes they do, but that's quite the crumpled Vendetta. As for the I'm not even going to wait for this thing to finish because it's not even going to. It's going to be like another 5 minutes at least before it actually gets around to start another lap. So next time there's going to be a new 1st place car and a new 2nd placed car. So remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new future videos. And check me out on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. There will be links down in the description below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.